Hello, here's a quick demonstration on how to send a custom bell notification when a message is added in the thread. So first, if you look at my Slack screen here, I have a record block posted, and then I have some items in thread, and I can just add a new message. What that's going to do is send a platform event to Salesforce that then will ring this bell. Notice here I have a new message for update on case, and then you can see the actual message that was typed in. So let's walk through how that is completed. So first, starting on the Slack side, navigate to your Central app home and go ahead and click on the workflow setup. What we need to turn on here is a workflow associated to reply added to Salesforce record blocks. So mine's already been built, so you might hit enable, but I'm going to hit edit. I'm not going to include a form here. I'm only going to send a platform event. And I need to name this platform event, and in this case I named it chatter reply. So once I've done that, go ahead and hit save. And now I have a event firing when anybody replies to a Salesforce record block. The next step is how I handle that in Salesforce. So if we move to Salesforce, I have a platform event triggered flow. And obviously this flow has a lot of things going on, but really we're going to focus on this chatter reply outcome right here. So this is a platform event triggered flow. Right when that platform event triggered flow happens, I'm setting a handful of variables based on the platform event trigger that's coming through. Those include the channel ID, and these are all set within this platform event triggered flow. So if I just delete this out, scroll to the complete bottom, you'll see this triggering event here. And then I have all of this information that I send when that event happens. So the API name, channel name, the emoji, message, text, email, all those types of things. And we're only going to use a little bit of them. So here I have the channel name, I have the thread ID, I have the Slack member ID, and one of the most important are the following two: the record ID, which is the value, and the message text, which is also message text. So once I have those in variables, I have a decision router here that looks at the API name here on that same triggering central event, and I set that to the chatter reply. So once I have that, I'm basically only looking at this outcome section here. And you can notice there's only 3 Salesforce flow elements that I need to deal with. First is, who do I want to send the notification to? So in this case, I am doing a get record owner in my outcome. So the record block that I've posted is a case, and to get the right case with the right record owner, I set my field equal to ID, and that is equal to that variable var record ID, which is the value of the central platform event. Once I've done that, I have just a small subset of variables that I am setting. One, I'm setting my var notification user ID. One key thing to note here is this is a collection variable, so therefore I'm using the add operator rather than the equals operator. And that is just referencing this record owner flow element and giving me the user ID of that owner. The next one is, and this is hard-coded, my var notification ID. And I'll walk you through this in a second, but basically it's the ID of a custom notification item that I built in Salesforce. Next is the flow element of send custom notification here. So this is just labeled as such. And if you take a look at this, I have to set all of these different variables, and this is an out-of-the-box Salesforce flow element. So I need to set the custom notification ID, the notification body, the title, who it's going to, and then the user, the Salesforce record that it's associated to. So the notification ID is pulled from in Salesforce, you have this custom notification setup, and you can create a new one. It's a Salesforce setup. You name it, you select the notification type. And once you have that, you need to get this record ID. And the only way I know of getting this record ID is using the developer console and searching the following custom notification type object. And so you can see I have two, one for each. Obviously, the one that I'm using is the older one here, this GAA. Okay. So once I have that, I pass that into my variable here. Next, my notification body. So we set this variable at the very beginning of the flow element, and that's the message text from the Slack post, and that's in the Centro triggering platform event. Next, we have the title request update, and that is set in a variable over here. It is a text template, and you can just take a look at what that looks like here. My text template of my title request update, and that's just hard-coded, including a nice emoji there to make it stand out. Here we have our recipients. Again, we're pulling that from this get owner ID and setting it in the assigned variables, and that's the owner of the case. And then finally the target record, so that way when you click on the notification it takes you somewhere, and that is the record ID that is posted in the record block. So those are the three flow elements that you need to get a custom notification set to ring that bell. Please reach out with any questions.